Hey everyone, it's Dan from Realm Space Gaming, and today we're going to get over everything we know about archetypes in Remnant II. Before we jump into the action, however, I just wanted to remind you that we're currently giving away a standard edition of Remnant 2, so make sure you enter that through the gleam.io link in the description below. Starting off, let's talk about perks. If you have seen any of our individual breakdowns of each archetype, you will know that each archetype comes with a prime perk. For example, for the gunslinger this is loaded, and for the handler this is bonded. Each prime perk is unique for every archetype. However, there are 4 more perk slots that are available. These 4 perk slots are known as damage perks, team perks, utility perks, and relic perks. Damage helps scale damage of your character as you level up. Team perks provide buffs and other effects to allies on your team. Utility perks are other bonuses that mix well with your current archetype. And then relic perks are temporary effects that activate upon using your relics. There are multiple perks that you can select, however you can only pick one of each type. Next up is archetype traits. These are passive abilities that level up automatically with your archetype. Each archetype has a unique trait that is associated with it. For example, the gunslinger comes with ammo reserves, which increases ammo reserves up to 100%. Once you've reached level 10 with any trait tree, this is considered max level, and you can use that trait across any build and archetype you want, which increases the variety in builds available to the player. Third is the topic of skills, and these are abilities that you can activate in the middle of combat. These can deal damage, provide buffs, and heal allies as just a few examples. Skills are locked behind your specific archetypes. Each archetype has 3 skills to pick from. However, make sure you pick your favourite, as you can only select one at a time. Of course, you can swap out skills at any time while out of combat, so make sure you test each skill and find which one suits your playstyle the most. Due to the major change of having the archetype system over set bonuses is the fact that you're not stuck to the archetype you pick at the start of the game. You will be able to pick one of 4 starting archetypes when you begin your adventure, but as you progress through the game, more archetypes will be made available to you. There is no cost to swapping your archetypes except for the drawback of having to level up the new archetype from scratch. However, the level progression on your previous archetype will not be reset. One last feature that everyone has been dying to get more information on is the ability to pick dual archetypes. The ability to do this unlocks once you have made enough progress through the campaign where you can equip a second archetype. This second archetype will almost be very similar to the primary archetype of your choice in the form of being able to pick a skill and trait. However, you won't be able to pick a prime perk. Even when picking multiple archetypes, you are still only limited to one prime perk. Both archetypes will also level up separately, with the second archetype starting at level 1. This means that preparing builds is a little bit slower. However, any archetype can be selected, which opens up a wide number of builds and options to enhance your character before going into combat. Another interesting fact is that when you pick to use dual archetypes, your archetype name is generated based off your choice. For example, if you pick the gunslinger and challenger archetypes, your new archetype would be called the loaded mercenary. And that's it for today's video on archetypes in Remnant 2. I hope you all enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and if you did, then please leave a like below and drop me a comment on which archetypes you are thinking about using in your builds. I would also like to invite you to join our public Discord, where you can find plenty of like-minded community members who are all excited for the launch of Remnant 2. My name is Dan, and I hope you have a brilliant day.